Tonight, Hillary Clinton and her many friends in the mainstream media, they're launching an all-out assault to falsely paint Donald Trump as sexist and misogynist. But like all their other attempts, this latest one is now falling apart. At the debate, Hillary Clinton brought up the former Miss Universe 1996 winner, Alicia Machado, who's now saying that Donald Trump's treatment of her led to years of eating disorders and mental anguish. But in 1997, as Machado was getting ready to pass on her crown, well, she told the Washington Post, quote, "I was anorexic and bulimic, but almost all of us were. When I was preparing for Miss Universe, it was an obsession for me not to gain weight. And by the time I won, I was actually recovering. But the year leading to it, I didn't eat at all, and whatever I ate, I threw up. I weighed 116 pounds. When I won, I was skeletal." So in 1997, Machado said she already had these issues, but after talking to the Clinton campaign, she changed her story in what appears to be an attempt to smear coordinated against Donald Trump. Now, there's also Machado's very questionable past. As FoxNews.com reported earlier today, in the 1990s, after Machado's then-boyfriend was indicted for attempted murder in her home country of Venezuela, well, she threatened to ruin the judge's career and even kill the judge. Now, the family of the victim also accused Machado of driving her boyfriend's getaway car, but she was never charged and denied the accusation. Now, those, of course, are all the details that Hillary Clinton and her campaign and the left-wing media conveniently kept out, especially at the debate the other night. Here with reaction, former Speaker of the House, Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich. This is not insignificant, is it? Because there appears to be a coordination, doesn't there, between the media and the Clinton campaign about the Machado case, as they were telling them and telegraphing, this is what we're going to do. You talked about it today in a Facebook Live session. Tell us about it.
Well, I mean, this is a great case study. First of all, everything Donald Trump said at the very beginning is true. If you did not have the elite media propping her up, protecting her, smearing Donald Trump, distorting the campaign, she'd be gone. I mean, if Lester Holt hadn't sided with her, you had the Holt Clinton versus Trump debate in which Holt and Clinton were on the same team, basically. If those things weren't going on, she'd be gone. We now know, and I give the Washington Post some credit for this, they laid out today all of the different pieces that have been put in place by the Clinton campaign, a Cosmopolitan story, a New York Times story, video already done, a Guardian interview. All of this was done before the debate, setting up Machado.
Wait a minute. So the Clinton campaign gave it to all their friends in the media ahead of time, before the debate, before the attack.
Right, and said, hold on to this because something will happen during the debate. And the reason you get this sudden rush at the very end is Hillary must have had a checklist and realized we're almost out of time, and I haven't kept my word to my friends in the media. So she drops this in 2 or 3 sentences. It's not quite clear why she's saying it. It's a 20-year-old story. Now, so that's part one. It clearly is an ambush set up by the elite media. But part two, which is frankly funny, I mean, this could be a situation comedy. The person they pick as a victim, and you didn't get all of it. There are allegations that she drove the getaway car for her boyfriend after a murder. There are allegations by a prosecutor who said she said to him personally, if you don't leave my boyfriend alone, I will get rid of you. I will have you killed. This is the prosecutor's testimony. There are allegations that she ended up as the girlfriend of a major cartel drug dealer, and the woman who reported that was killed in Mexico City. That's a CNN report. That's not me or you. And I'm just saying to you, all of a sudden Machado is a very strange victim to rally the left around. And I think this thing may blow up in Hillary's face by the end of the week.
You know, does it now also open up a door? You actually complimented Donald Trump because he didn't go there at the end of the debate. I'm not sure if I could have done it. You probably have more discipline than me. I give you credit. You're an elder statesman. I'm a bombastic talk show host. I probably would have said it. I wouldn't have controlled myself. But there's something here. You know, according to this was a CBS report in 2013. There's a woman by the name of Diane Blair. She's a political science professor. Her papers were donated to the University of Arkansas Special Collection, et cetera. Anyway, one of Hillary's closest friends. And Hillary Clinton credited Bill Clinton with trying to break away from Lewinsky. This was her mindset. And she called Monica a narcissistic Looney Tune. Now, if we're going to now examine these things, and we could also go a step further, because Christopher Hitchens, the late Christopher Hitchens, quoted Sidney Blumenthal as saying, what people need to understand is Monica Lewinsky was a stalker, an unstable minx who's been threatening Clinton to tell him that if he didn't have sex with him, he'd say it anyway. So it's sort of like, here we go again. You've got, just like in the birther case, Sidney Blumenthal involved and Mark Penn's memo involved, and then they deny, you know, plausible deniability. But there really was a smear attempt against Monica, against Jennifer, against Paula. Sure. James Carville saying drag $1 through a trailer park. Is this now, are we going to go here now because she started this?
Well, no, and I don't think we should, and I hope Trump doesn't. I mean, look, if this campaign stays up here on big issues, change, no change, rethink the Middle East, keep doing what's failing, do something about crime in the inner cities, have nothing positive to add, create a lot of American jobs, have no experience creating jobs, cut taxes, raise taxes. If Trump wages this campaign at that level, he is going to crush her. I mean, this country's not going to vote for a tax-increasing, left-wing, Washington-based, more red tape, bigger bureaucracy, weak foreign policy, radical social values, left-wing Supreme Court candidate. It ain't going to happen.
How does
the more they can?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the more the Clintons can drag this into the gutter, the better off it is for the Clintons. They might win in the gutter. They're not going to win up here. And they know they're not going to win up here.
Okay, so we can have a debate, 90 minutes, uninterrupted airtime, and we don't talk about the following: Obamacare. We don't talk about Saudi Arabia and Clinton taking money from a country that abuses women and gays and lesbians and Christians and Jews, and she's getting tens and tens of millions of dollars. We don't talk about Benghazi and her poor decision-making there. We don't talk about the real state of the economy. I mean, listening to Lester Holt's first question, I thought, we had the greatest recovery in the world. And meanwhile, it was the worst recovery since the 40s.
Right.
We don't talk about pay to play. We don't talk about the Clinton Foundation. We don't talk about the email server. We don't talk about immigration, vetting refugees, radical Islam. How do you not talk about all of these things in the course of a 90-minute debate? But they talked about birtherism.
Because, Sean, two things here. First of all, the fix was in. I'm sorry to say it. I had a higher opinion of Lester Holt before the debate began and a dramatically lower opinion afterwards. Now, let me give you an example from my own experience. If Lester Holt had opened the debate by saying to me, look how great the economy is, my first reaction would be to say, Lester, I know you got a big job in New York and you get paid a ton of money and you're surrounded by people who are really doing well. The rest of America isn't. And I would have gone right at him. And I think Trump's got to be prepared in these next two debates, and I hope Pence is going to be prepared in his debate. When the news media gets out of line, put them back in the box. You know, they're not your peers. They're not running for president.
All right, so Miss Universe, with all these ethical issues, is brought up. Is it? You're saying he shouldn't even go there. You think if she's going to call him a sexist and racist, he's got to hit back? Super predators.
No,
I thought that was a good retort.
No, you know what he should have said? He should have said, you can use all of the vicious personal smears you want to because you've got nothing to offer America. You have no solution for jobs. You have no solution for ISIS. You have no solution for education. You have no solution for murders in Chicago. And so you've got to get in the gutter because you don't have anything to offer up here where normal people live. And I'm not joining you in the gutter because I want to solve America's problems. That's what he should have said.
All right, that's a powerful. We still have two debates to go. He has a chance coming up. All right, we'll have more.